Behind the wheel, taking turns, in a great mood, in a spacious aura, convenient to transport things. Kim Chen-in's sister put his white jacket and hat in the back seat. The program ahead was still extensive. DPRK. The country is so interesting that, despite all the nuances, there are more and more tourists here. The DPRK is interested in tourists from the Russian Federation. I think our citizens will also be happy to go and have a look. It was on this railway that, in fact, Kim Chen came to us twice by train. Kim Chen-in's comment to our program then became the first time in the world when the leader of the DPRK simply answered a question from a foreign journalist on the fly. And many other shots from Vladivostok were then remembered by the whole country with Kim Chen-in's personal cameraman in one car. Jumped. How many people are here at the same time now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't know. 7 people. For cameraman Kim Jong-un, of course, there are no stops. Here a person practically sits on the driver while driving and continues to work. Comrade driver, how are you feeling? Great. I have never felt this way before. Well, now we are again, like 5 years ago, in a North Korean motorcade. You could say on the roof of this motorcade. Only now, not on the streets of Vladivostok like 5 years ago, but on the streets of Pyongyang. It's not easy to say because the speed of the motorcade is high, the wind is strong, right in your face. But nevertheless, we can tell you what we see, as always. Immaculately working personal operators of Kim Chen-nun, who simply always do their job with complete self-sacrifice. Today, of course, they do the same thing. Well, then we will try to show you how our cameraman Alexander Medvedev works, who is now taking these shots standing behind the camera. At this speed, everyone inevitably has very specific facial expressions. And nothing can be done about it. Concert in honor of Putin's state visit. And here too, everyone films, not just journalists. Deputy Prime Minister Novak. Putin's reaction underlines. What level of concert is being shown here? And these are not only Soviet songs. Modern rise. Putin clearly knows the texts, so at the right moment, he asks his colleague to stand up too. On the screens in the capital of the DPRK are participants in a special military operation, almost without an accent, as if Russian is your native language. And so in each issue there are the emotions of the main spectators. And this is clearly a gift for Vladimir Putin personally. City above the Volnaya Neva. A huge multimedia screen was shown. The rest of the programs, but ours considered something that no one noticed. It turns out that dozens or even hundreds of people provided a rapid change. In a variety of images. This is how the song about Russia was framed. Incredible dedication for the overall success of the concert. Rare, very small blots are hardly noticeable to anyone. The concert impressed all Russian guests. After all this is also being done under the conditions of completely wild Western sanctions. Putin compared what the supposedly tolerant Western community is doing to millions of North Korean residents to the blockade of Leningrad. Siege, when people were starved. What's going on in North Korea now? You can treat the regime as you like. But introducing, say, restrictions related to legal migration, what does this lead to? This leads to families not having the opportunity to earn money somewhere and feed their children. Does this remind you of anything? And is this humane? And the US-inspired indefinite restrictive regime of the Security Council. The UN must be reconsidered. It is already evening, and the motorcade is again moving through the streets of Pyongyang. And apparently, now we can just see more or less ordinary life in this city. Now those many thousands of people are no longer there, who greeted the leaders during the day. Nowadays, you can see locals and cyclists just strolling around. Cyclists, as we see, are still difficult to talk about because the speed of the motorcade is high. At the gala reception, Tim Chanin's personal photographers, even the fragile girls, were again surprised. We came here with such stares that it seemed like there was some kind of renovation work ahead. But of course, the only thing is that they want the best angles. Although this is a dinner, it is also primarily about communication on key work issues. In the evening, the streets of Pyongyang are again crowded with people. They are waiting for the cortege, sitting on their knees. And at the airport, boots are taken off to treat the carpets on which the leaders will soon walk. The teacher shows the children how to greet leaders. Kim Jong-un met Vladimir Putin at 3 o'clock in the morning, and now, almost a day later, at 12 o'clock in the morning, he is seeing off the Russian president at the airport. And here comes the same music again, and again the conductor's back is turned. Well, the kids chased away their sleep and chanted the word Russia, farewell, and agreements about future communication. Vladimir Putin invited Kim Chen to Moscow. Their comrade leaves the plane. The Russian translator has completed his work.
From seeing Putin and Kim Jong Un like vibing together, you can compare it with how Donald Trump and Kim Jong Un were vibing when he went to North Korea for a visit. I think North Korea border, America has had some tensions with North Korea, and you can see how Russia and North Korea are really getting along pretty well. It shows you how there are some countries that just do well with one another more than other countries, and at the end of the day you can't help it though. Like you see Russia and North Korea, they are doing very well. You see how Kim Jong Un is feeling so relaxed. In North Korea, he wouldn't feel that relaxed. In Russia, he wouldn't feel that relaxed. In America, if he came here, I don't think he has ever even stepped his feet in America, or if he would ever do that. So it just shows you how some the world leaders vibe with others more than others. But it's just what it is at the end of the day, though. People are free to do whatever they want to do.